Good morning, everybody. It's Gina, and I'm doing something a little different this morning. I decided I'd go ahead and do kind of like a get ready with me, get to know me kind of thing. The last few days have been just amazing. My YouTube channel has grown tremendously, and I so appreciate all of the support from so many of you over the last few days. And wow. It's really all I can say. It's just thank you. So what I want to do is just go ahead and kind of want to, let you in on like who you're supporting, basically. So I'm going to do a little bit of get ready with me and just kind of a little bit of a chit chat, if you don't mind. All right. So as you pretty much already know, my name is Gina, and my YouTube channel is all about, it's basically about my life. I'm going to go ahead and kind of start on my face. I've already done my oil pulling. I did a video about that already. And I've already put on my oil. And I went ahead and made this again. And I also did a video this morning about how to make this. This is my essential oil moisturizing blend. Anti-aging, if you want to say that. So I went ahead and did a video on that this morning. I had a little bit of an issue because I used a different camera and some of it didn't record, but I think the majority of it did, and anything else that didn't record I'll fill in at the end. But I went ahead and I already put this on. I did my oil pulling first thing in the morning, and then the next thing would be this. And after I use that oil, then I also use my jade roller ball, and I don't think I've done a video on this before, but there's a video that shows me using this. So I went ahead and I did that as well. So now all I'm going to do is just put a little bit of makeup on my face. So who am I? Well, I'm a mom of 3, grandmother to 1. My granddaughter is actually going to be 2 this coming Thursday. So the next thing I usually do, I forgot to mention this, is I put on sunscreen. So like I was saying, my granddaughter turns 2 this coming Thursday, and it's just hard to believe that I was actually there. And this is sunscreen, it's SPF 50, and this is one thing that I always make sure I have on. I live in Florida, so I mean, it doesn't matter where you live actually. If there's sun, you should really put sunscreen on your face. So yeah, she's gonna be 2 this coming Thursday, and it's just, time really has flown. Like I said, I remember the day she was born, and now, wow. So you always want to make sure you put sunscreen on, even if you're just going to be inside, because some of the lighting can also affect your skin. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to drop that. Some of the lighting can also affect your skin, so you want to make sure that you're always protecting your skin. And typically I would also put it on the top of my head, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that right now, since most likely I will have on a knitted cap whenever I go outside later on today, because it was quite cold in Central Florida this morning. So I was dressed in my sweater that I'm wearing, jacket, mittens, you name it. Alright, so now sunscreen is on. Alright, so I am mom, grandma. What else am I? I wear a lot of different hats. For many years I taught at a private school, taught art and sculpture, and I still do my own art, and there are quite a few videos that showcase some of my artwork, as well as there are some videos that show the different some of the sculptures that I also create. I'm trying to get this powder open without having it go everywhere. So this powder that I'm opening, this is really going to be one of those back and forth kind of discussions, isn't it? This powder that I'm opening is actually a powder that I made. I went to my local herbalist and I had another powder that I had purchased, and I loved it so much and I ran out of it. So I decided, you know what, let me go ahead and see if I can just make this. So I went to my local herbalist and I took what last little scrapings I had at the bottom of that container, and I said, this is what I want. Let's do it. So actually, let me go ahead and show it to you. See if I can, where is it? Right. So this is my handmade or my homemade powder, and this is really good enough to eat because everything in here is edible. It is made from some of the ingredients are diatomaceous earth. There's turmeric powder, there's beet powder, there's arrowroot powder is in there. Wow, there are so many different things in here. This is definitely going to be another video, and I'll show you how I make this. But for now, this is just one of those powders that I make. I try to use as natural products as I can on my skin, which leads me into this, one of the who am I kind of deals. I'm an herbalist. I'm a certified herbalist. I became certified about 5 years ago, and I did that because back in 2012 actually, I got diagnosed with lupus. I've also been diagnosed with a few other things, but the year I got diagnosed with lupus was really hard. And about 2 days after I got diagnosed with lupus, I woke up one morning and I said, you know what, I'm through with this. I just can't deal with all of this medication. I'd been on so many medications for years. And then they finally diagnosed me with lupus, and then of course I was put on 2 more. And I wish you guys could smell this. It smells amazing. Like I said, it's good enough to eat. Yeah, so I was put on 2 more medications, and let me go ahead and close that. It doesn't take very little, and there's some of it that's actually left on the brush after I use it. So the next morning I can just simply put just a tad bit more and I'm ready to go. So let me go ahead and close that up. So yeah, 2 days after I was diagnosed, obviously I was put on more medication like I mentioned before, and 2 or 3 days after I was diagnosed, I woke up one morning just feeling really, really ill, and I decided I was going to go in and see the local herbalist. I'd heard a lot about her, and I said, you know, and I'd never been, so I went ahead and I got up, and my daughter and my youngest son came with me that morning. And my lips are kind of dry right now. Let me just use some of this oil, same oil. Let me just. So we got up that morning and took a drive down to the herbal place, and it's only about 2 miles from here, if that much. And explained to her, you know, what was going on with me, all my diagnoses, and she started putting together the different things that she recommended. And throughout all of that, I am going back and forth. Let me stop talking once I let me go ahead. So throughout all of this, I'm trying to do makeup and talk at the same time, and I just don't do it well. So in between all of this, I am going in and out of the store, and I'm just feeling really ill at the time, not right now, But yeah, so I am going in and out of the store, and I keep thinking I'm going to throw up, and nothing happens. And throughout all of this, the herbalist is, talking to me, and she is explaining to me everything that she wants me to use and how to use it, that kind of thing. And I'm just like, oh, okay, sounds great. And I'm just feeling really ill. And then I wake up, and I've got all of these people staring down at me, and I'm like, what the heck just happened? Turns out I collapsed in the store, and I'm rushed to the ER. And when I get to the ER, the doctor looks at me and says, so after they've done everything they needed to do, he looks at me and says, so what medication did you take this morning? And I said the ones that I was recommended to take. So what are those? And I mentioned them, and he looked at me, he says, and who told you to take those together exactly? I said, my doctor. Let me just put this on real quick. So I said, my doctor. He said, those two medications should never, ever be taken together. So I said, well, you probably should tell my doctor that. His lips are really, really dry. Oil is working, so now all of the dead skin is coming off. Anyway, so let me take a sip of my tea. I'm drinking a cup of matcha green tea, which gives me a lot of energy, which is natural energy. The coffee kind of makes me jittery, and it probably is something I shouldn't be drinking because I have a heart issue, tachycardia actually, and so coffee really isn't really good for me. So so the doctor says those are two medications you should never take together. And ironically enough, one of them was my heart medication that I was on at the time, and the lupus medication, which I was just started on. And my doctor never informed me that they should not be put together. And when I got to the hospital, I was on the verge of cardiac arrest. So I said my heart was beating so fast, it was unbelievable. I'm not going to drag this out much longer, but yeah, so after that, I went on to major research. I'm trying to find the brush that I put out here. I decided to do some serious research into herbal stuff, herbalism. And the irony is that I grew up using all of these, using herbs. I didn't actually take pharmaceuticals until I came to this country, and I was just blown away by how much I had forgotten. So I went ahead and I decided to go into some heavy research, putting on I used the green eyeshadow for like a little liner under here. Green is actually my favorite color. My eyes are also green, and pretty much all the jewelry that I wear have something with green. I like malachite, emeralds. Emerald is actually my birthstone. So green, I love green. I'm a niche girl. Love being outside. I garden. I grow a lot of my own vegetables and that sort of thing. And yeah. So after that experience, and after much research, I actually became a certified herbalist. So that's one of the reasons why I make a lot of my own products. I've learned what worked. What worked for me was a lot of trial and error to figure out, the kind of things that actually work on my skin. I think I'm going to do my eyebrows first, not my eyes. So became a certified herbalist about 5 years ago. No, about 4 years ago, because it took me over a year. About a year and a half, I think, to become certified. This was like the basic herbalist. So I went ahead and did that. Now, that's one of the main reasons why you see me try to use a lot of natural products. The other thing that a lot of people don't know about me, unless you've really watched most of my videos and you're connected with me on Facebook, is I am a black belt in taekwondo. I actually received my black belt over 8 years ago, and I am a recommended second degree black belt. And around that, the reason why it's recommended is because I actually am one midterm or one test short of becoming full rank, and I actually got sick at the time and wasn't able to complete. I haven't actually trained in several months because I was dealing with one flare after another, and one diagnosis after another. It was just kind of a little bit of a challenge, but I told you I can't do makeup and talk at the same time. But hey. Alright, so I am a black belt. Actually, all my kids are also black belts. My youngest son just received his black belt. Well, not just, it's been over a year. And it's been really good. It's actually helped me as far as memory was concerned, because one of the things that lupus does, it kind of affects your focus, concentration, your memory. So learning all of those forms in martial arts does help. And it also helps with the joint issue. I've got so many potential videos here. This is gonna just get dragged out, but I don't want to do that. So what else about me? I do garden. I mentioned that. I'm a creative, very creative. I do work with crystals, not with other people, but I love crystals. I love herbs, obviously, and I'm not heavily into makeup. I did start to use a little bit more when I shaved my head. I did shave my head on September 23rd of last year. I don't have a lot of eyebrows and eyelashes because I started to lose that due to lupus. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna put on some mascara. I love to travel. I've actually done a lot of traveling in my short life. I still call it short. I'll be 49 this year. But I've done a lot of traveling. Most of it was done before I even hit my 20s, actually. But I still love to travel, still love to have fun. I think even with being sick, which I'm actually doing a whole lot better. And I think it has a lot to do with mindset and with just taking care of myself, and just using, this is fibers that I'm putting on. It's just eating well. Self-care is huge in my book, very important in my book. So I make sure that I do take care of my body, because whatever goes into your body becomes you. You're taking care of my mind, because whatever you think, you become. So you want to make sure that whatever you're feeding your mind, whatever you're feeding your body, is actually going to be beneficial. You're not going to be hurting yourself. So I don't have a whole lot of lashes, so it kind of takes me a long time to do lashes, and I'm really not good with falsies. Maybe that's another video that I can show you me attempting to put falsies on, so you can have a little bit of a laugh, because I'm really not good. You can tell I really don't have a lot of lashes. It's like taking me forever to get these eyes done. I've got several mascaras that I try to use. One is thicker than the other. I just have a feeling this video is going to be so long. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all are probably thinking, oh my goodness, this woman. But it's just not very long at all, but actually a little bit better than they were before. So let me do one last layer of the mascara, and I think I'll be good with that. So, what else about me? I'm a homeschooling mom. I didn't mention that, did I? I homeschool. My youngest son, he's the one that I homeschool, and my other two kids are out of school. But several years ago, my son came to me and said, "Mom, can you please homeschool me?" There was a lot of issues going on at the school with bullying and that sort of thing. So at the time, I ended up getting really sick and I had to work part-time, and then I couldn't even handle that, so I ended up quitting my job, and shortly after that I started homeschooling, and I've developed my own business, and I'm still, your business is always in a kind of a building stage, but I homeschool my son, and like I said, he's still sleeping at the moment. Let's see what else I do. So just put on some highlighter. He has his own YouTube channel, so he's up, quite a few hours during the night working, and oddly enough, he's only 12 years old, but he's very serious about this YouTube channel. If you ask him what he wants to be, he said a YouTuber, professional YouTuber, and he's actually doing really well. He is it's still in the young stages, his channel, because he only just started it a few months ago, but he's doing really well. So I homeschool, and what else do I do? Told you this video is going to be long. I am not not great at doing. I like to be able to focus on getting. This is the longest that my makeup has ever taken me, because I'm trying to talk and do the makeup at the same time, and I probably shouldn't have even attempted this video because it's crazy. My makeup doesn't take me more than 5 minutes in the morning to do, but because I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time, it's crazy. Okay, I probably should have done the makeup part first and then talked afterwards, but yeah. So our homeschooling actually doesn't start until maybe around 10. Probably getting close to that now, and because I just let him sleep. He gets up and he does the routine like I do. He does the oil pulling, and then I get him some breakfast and we'll start the day. That's the beauty of homeschooling. You start whenever. You can homeschool in the morning. Sometimes he gets up early in the morning and we'll get it done, and usually by noon we're finished. And sometimes he chooses to do it later on, so he'll get up maybe we'll start school maybe around 10 or 11 and we're finished by around 2, and he can do whatever he wants to do after that. We haven't like I said, we haven't trained in a while, simply because I'd gotten sick, so we're thinking about getting back into that right now. So it's yeah, that's me. I do a lot of different videos, so whenever you get on this channel, sometimes you might see me trying to maybe making some herbal products. I could be talking about gardening. Like right now I'm going to be making quite a few gardening videos because my garden is such a mess since the freezes passed through. A lot of the banana trees have I won't say died, but they're severely in need of some TLC. A lot of my lemongrass bushes are just burnt, and it's time to just chop them down to give them time to spring back up. And with spring, literally just around the corner, I mean, it's time for some cleanup. So you'll see gardening videos, you'll see makeup videos, you'll see Dollar Tree haul videos, because I'm an affiliate of the Dollar Tree, and also, I figured I used to shop there so much, hey, might as well become an affiliate, right? So you'll see Dollar Tree hauls. I love to thrift. I don't thrift very often. because I try to be minimalist, a minimalist. I it's amazing the things that when you go through something like an illness, a chronic illness, is amazing what you start to look around and you're like, you know, you really don't need all of this stuff. When you have stuff, you have to clean stuff. And one of the things when you have any kind of chronic illness that you're dealing with, it is just fatigue is one of the hardest things to deal with. But I've learned ways of giving myself energy. But even on those days when I really can't do anything, you don't want to be worried about having to clean the house. When you're cleaning and you have so much stuff, there's so much stuff to move. So I went through a period of time. I think I went through my closet about 3 times, and the first time I gave away 2/3 of my closet. I had a lot of clothes, and some of those clothes, and if you probably know what I mean. There's some of the stuff tucked away in the back of the closet, and you probably wear it once a year, if at all. You see something and you like it, and then you put it in your closet, and then you realize, oh, I don't really like it as much as I did when I first saw it in the rack of the store. So I went through the first time and I got rid of a lot of stuff in my closet. So I ended up with about 1/3 of what I originally had, and every now and then I will still go through and I will get rid of stuff. I've managed to, or I'm trying to get down to like a capsule wardrobe, so that there's certain things I reach in for and you can mix and match. And I don't know if you know about the French way of dressing. They were, I think, originally were the ones who came up with this capsule wardrobe idea, and it really does work. It really does work. Steve Jobs is one of those guys who, I wouldn't say it was a capsule wardrobe, but pretty much everything in his closet were the same color. So that's the idea. You have like your basic color, and then you have certain things that you can accessorize. So accessorize with jewelry, with scarves, hats, whatever the case is. So that's another thing about me, is I seriously attempted the minimalist. And there's still some things I'm looking here now, and there's some things that I know that I need to go through. One of the toughest things is getting rid of paper, and it's something I go through like every week. You get mail, so much junk mail, and I try not to bring it inside. I do have a recycling bin outside, and I try to just stop there and just put it into the recycling bin as I get it, to avoid bringing it inside. So yes, minimalism, that's me. Herbalist, martial artist, mom, grandma. I'm a musician as well. I don't dabble as much in music as I used to. I'm a classically trained pianist, but I don't really dabble as much, and I do have my keyboard. It's actually right there. I keep it out because my granddaughter, she actually loves to mess around with it from time to time as well. So that's there. If there's any other thing you want to know about me, I really don't want to drag. I'm looking at this and this says 26 minutes, and I really don't want to drag the video out too much longer. But just to give you an idea of who I am, that's what this was about. So one of the things I forgot to mention about myself is that I am a designer. And if you go to my channel and you look at my banner, you'll see a couple little symbols at the bottom on the right hand corner. One will say like, I think it's a PayPal me, and then there's the Google symbol, and I think the other one is like a little V. Well, if you click on the V, it will take you to my collection, which is based entirely on a lot of the artwork that I created. There's accessories like scarves, there's t-shirts, but lots of stuff. So if you just go ahead and just click on that, it'll take you to my collection. You'll get an idea of the types of things that I design. There's also home furnishings, well, I say more like home accessories, not necessarily furniture, and things like glass bowls, like pillows and that sort of thing. Even art to hang on your walls. So there's art on wood, there's art on canvas, art on glass, a lot of different things. So click on the V that will take you to my designer store, and you'll be able to see a little bit of what I do. Like I said, there's also PayPal me, so if you'd like to support me more than just subscribing, you click on the PayPal me and you can support this channel financially as well. And for those of you who have been supporting me, I know there's been like a small YouTubers kind of rally going on, and I've been so grateful for that because it really has helped to boost the visibility of my channel. And if you've subscribed to me and I have not subscribed back, and it's not because I don't want to, it's probably because I haven't seen it. So go ahead and just send me your link, or just put a comment below saying, you know, hey, I'm a small YouTuber, or I subscribe to you and you haven't subscribed back. I would love to support all of the small YouTube channels out there, because I know it's best for us to all stick together, support one another, and in the end, it's going to be very beneficial for all of us. So I deeply appreciate all of the support that I've gotten from all of you over the last few days, because my channel has tremendously grown in just the past week alone. So thank you again for watching this video. Thank you for your support. And like I said, just go ahead and check out my channel, check out the banner, and you'll see all of the other links that will kind of give you an idea of who I am, what I'm all about, and that sort of thing. All right, I will talk to you again real soon.